What is up, guys? Jimmy here with another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that I've been thinking about quite a lot lately. Right now, what you're seeing is 7 Days to Die, and it is a crafting survival game, and it kind of pretty fun. You have like several days to kind of craft items and build a stronghold, and on the seventh day, there's zombies all around, but as time progresses, there's just like this onslaught, horde of zombies coming after you. So you have to kind of prepare for it. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. Also, that's what you're going to be watching right now. I've been thinking about lately, one of the things that I really love to do on my YouTube channel is I love to make video game collection videos. And I know a lot of you guys like to watch them, mainly because there might be some games that you might not be familiar with, or you want to maybe add some games to add to your collection. And so that's one of my favorite things to do. So one of the things that I often get asked is, Jimmy, what do you think about digital games versus physical games? And I know a lot of you guys out there, for the most part, would rather have physical games, something tangible, something you can put on the shelf, something that also reminds you of something that you have in your collection. I, for the most part, do definitely prefer physical copies. There's definitely advantages with getting digital releases. You definitely cut down on space, and if by chance anything happens, say for instance there's a tornado and all your games get blown away up in the sky, you never find them again. If you have a digital copy, you can just download that copy to your PS4 or Xbox One or whatever console you bought the game for digitally, and you can just go from there. You don't have to worry about if you broke the disc accidentally, if there's some type of issue with your house or room. One thing though that I'd like to just briefly touch upon with having a physical copy, one of the big advantages, it's been an interesting thing, the past several years, and that is the fact of digital games. Are you in fact guaranteed to always have that game if it's digitally? Hopefully, obviously I've got a bunch of games on Steam. I would hope that years to come, all my games on Steam, I'll always have them available. If I build a new PC, I can just re-download those games or just bring over my hard drive. I could just go from there. But then I started thinking about, in some cases, it hasn't always been the case with digital games. It always hasn't been a surefire thing. And what I mean by that is a couple of different games out there. One in particular, first off to talk about, is Scott Pilgrim, which is a beat 'em up that was out for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, I believe. It might have even been available on the PC. But Scott Pilgrim versus the World was a really fun beat 'em up, really fun game. And that game got taken off Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. I think the license expired. Something happened where they took the game off. So any of you out there that bought the game, say for instance maybe you deleted it, or say for instance your console or something happened to the hard drive and you had to re-download it, you're simply out of luck. So that $10 or $15, how much ever the game was that you spent, you were out of luck because that game was no longer made available on the service. I think for the Xbox 360, I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was another one of those games, the arcade version on the Xbox 360, which I got that one. I think it was like only $5, and you could do online or offline up to 4 players. It was awesome, just like the arcade version. That was taken off at the Xbox Live marketplace. I've got some friends over here wanting to see me. Hey, how you doing? Long time no see. The door's locked. Good. But yeah, games like that. Another example is, I think, Marble Ultra Blaster, or Marble Blast Ultra. That's another game that was taken off the service. There were some issues with the publishing of that game, the game engine, I believe. I love that game. Absolutely loved it. One of my favorite Xbox Live Arcade games, Marble Blast Ultra or Marble Ultra Blast. Loved it, but I can't play it anymore because it was taken off. So I definitely want to get your guys' thoughts on physical games versus digital games. Leave a comment in the section below. What do you think the future holds? You know, makes me a little nervous sometimes. You know, a physical copy obviously is a surefire thing. And some would even argue, you know, hey, you know, even physical formats, whether it's CD or DVD, eventually the data will just vanish, which is just nuts, you know. So no matter, seems like no matter what you do, the games eventually fade, you know. So anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys, in the section below. Physical games versus digital games, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.